We're back.
You are one of the best button pushers on that phone I've ever seen.
I practice.
So here we are. Where's Wanda again? This is getting kind of fun.
This is getting fun. I
The
love
last
it.
one we did with Judy Walters was excellent.
It was.
And I got a feeling our guests today are hooked pretty tight.
I think so.
So
I
we're going to
think
introduce
so.
people here. Pat, who are you? Not everybody knows you.
I'm Pat Weber Story.
Okay.
Live in Lamberton.
Yep.
Worked in Lamberton. Worked when I was a nurse. Worked at the clinic. Worked at the dental office.
I remember that. Some of my really worst memories are.
Oh, he was such a nice dentist, though.
He was.
He was the best.
Yeah. Joan, who are you?
I'm Joan Weber Boyle. I went to school in Wabasso, high school, graduated in 1970. Married Jim Boyle, and I have in 1978 moved from the cities to Devonport, Iowa, to Cleveland, Ohio, to Brea, California, and San Antonio, Texas, and now I'm in south of Houston.
So you and your husband both have the same name, I take it, Boyle.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And we can't forget the mayor of Wanda, for Christ's sake.
Right.
Who are you?
I am Karen Weber, better known as Potsy, to everybody from the area. And I still live in Wanda.
And
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
retiring shortly, huh?
And a couple of years,
You got plans?
yeah, I'm gonna move down to Johnny in Texas, Houston,
All right.
Texas.
I think we're gonna miss you.
Nah.
I don't think. I'm pretty
See,
sure I
I
know.
don't think.
I know we will.
All right, so what do we got today?
Well, what do you want from us?
Letterbuck.
Letters. Go from the beginning.
We're gonna start with mom and dad.
Okay.
Our parents. Dad was born in Wesley, Iowa. Mom in Mankato. They moved to Springfield, and mom's maiden name is Solinchus. I don't know if that rings a bell. They married in Springfield, resided in Sanborn for 2 years. Then in 1943, they moved to rural Wanda, which is where Craig and Vicki Earlbeck live now.
Okay.
So, in 1965, they moved into town. In 61, which is the year I was born, they bought the bar from Hickey Riley,
Really?
the nurse.
Okay.
And who was the father of John, Judy, and Rita. When I wrote this, I didn't realize that Rita was going to do Judy was going to do everything right
Oh,
before us.
funny.
So I watched it Thursday or Friday. I don't know when you
Friday.
put it up.
Yep.
I thought, I was just going to slide right in there.
That's awesome.
So the bar was called Otto's Bar. They owned it until '64, so they owned it for 3 years, and then the Sisniaks bought it after Dad sold
Okay.
it. They had many baseball parties in there because there used to be baseball every Sunday down at the park. They would have my brother Dick play the accordion. So after the baseball games, Dick would play the accordion outside, and all the baseball players would sit out there and sing and.
Have a beer or
So that's
two.
where the Otto's Bar, the Schnitzelbank comes in. So
The Schnitzelbank.
Schnitzelbank.
Interesting. Not German at all.
And then Mom worked in the bar, of course.
Right. As a cook, yep.
Cooking. She always had boiled pickled eggs and pickled gizzards.
Herring. She always bought
Yeah.
the herring, salted herring, and then she'd pickle it and they'd sell it over the bar with
Oh my gosh.
And at Christmas time, they always had Tom and
Tom and
Jerry's.
Jerry's.
Of course, I don't remember any of this because I was only one.
You're doing very well.
Well, we got together.
I remember it quite well because I graduated the year they moved to town
Oh,
from high school.
All right.
okay.
Mom and Dad always loved to dance, especially the firemen dances here in Wanda. That was a big thing back then. Dad would always announce the poultry bingo for the Legion bingo.
He was the caller?
He was the caller,
Oh.
and I remember this very well because I was not very old when he would call, and I got teased constantly because every time he would call B3, he'd roll his sleeves. And the grandkids always just picked on me about that. Doesn't your dad know how to talk?
Oh,
So,
my goodness.
so I'll never forget that. Every time I come to bingo, I think that's a big thing in our family.
Yeah,
B3.
Well, you know, that German background.
Yes.
Most of the brothers and sisters, I guess we should, worked in the bar, and they can probably fill you in on that, and that's where Snap got his nickname.
Well, while you're talking about the cooking, don't forget that there's a German potato salad your mom makes
Yes.
to die for.
Yeah.
Yes, all of us make it, and
You
it's
do?
all to die for. Yeah, we go down south in the wintertime,
Yeah?
and we always have potluck. And so one time I said,
That they used to have up the Foresters used to provide a
um,
funeral dinner for
supper before the visitation. And
Okay.
then, you know, the family would come and have their special time, and then they'd have a meal, and then the public would come. And
But Father Leonard he'd be the first one down there. Oh, we're in Wanda. We got Bertha Altermat's buns, Elaine Rollick's hot chicken, and Mary Ann's German potato salad.
Oh my goodness.
Well, they're a legend.
yeah,
So now-
they are.
But one
That's
thing,
vinegar,
before we go
isn't
to,
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say
It's
the German potato salad.
sweet sour.
It's the sweet sour one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bacon.
Hot. It's warm.
Oh, it's warm.
Warm.
Yeah.
oh yeah, you gotta have it warm.
Have you never had it?
I've never had it warm. I've had German potato salad, but not the
this
no,
stuff.
no, no.
You haven't had it then.
But if you travel to Germany, it's nothing like ours.
Right.
It's more similar to what you're talking
Like
so
about.
they had
it's
it
the Wanda potato salad.
And in New Orleans,
Well, that's
Wanda
cool.
potatoes,
But that's cool.
And
But
that's
this
mayo
one is
mustard base.
where this one is an actual
It's
German
vinegar
vinegar
and
and sugar.
yeah.
Bacon.
One last thing on the cooking. My brother Mike has a story.
Yeah.
He found a mouse. Somebody found a mouse.
Raleigh Bureau.
Whatever it was. My
Yes.
brother was a late night cop. And they
Yes.
thought it was funny. So your mom made a burger.
No, Raleigh did.
Was it Raleigh?
Raleigh did it. He picked up a frozen mouse outside,
Yeah.
and they, after everybody was gone, you know, they had to see on the street.
Yeah.
So he come in, and I don't know where he got the bun, but he took that frozen mouse and put it in there, and the
There we
mouth
go.
was here, and the tail was out here. He took it back to the window in the
Mom.
kitchen and said, "Mary Ann, what kind of a burger is this?"
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I knew there was something like that.
No.
Oh.
Oh my.
But let's get back.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yes.
Dennis
Sorry.
Snap, as you all know him as. That's where he got his nickname, was working in the bar when Dad owned it.
Snap.
Yeah. and you can-
Okay, so we all had our little jobs to come. We'd come in, and before school, we'd come in with him when he came at 6:30 or whatever time it was. And then I had to get the coffee ready and the rolls and stuff out and ready for him. And then the boys had to fill the coolers and stuff. Well, Beef Dietrich and Leo Robert used to come in and bring coffee right away in the morning. So they'd be in there having coffee. And then Snap and Dick were supposed to be filling the beer coolers.
Right.
And of course, Snap, he would ding around and do this and that and everything, you know. And so Dick would holler at him, you know, "Get going and get that beer picked in there," and Snap to it.
There it was. Stuck.
And Beef and Leo all that from there on.
Snap.
It was Snap.
Snap. Oh my goodness.
Well, I never knew that.
I did not. That is great. I love it.
So
What is that?
I don't know.
Then in '65, Dad started, after he sold the bar, he worked at Zoids in Redwood Falls doing welding, and he
Yep.
also did welding up here when they moved to town. He used to do it at night.
In
up
his
here for
garage.
farmers.
Yeah.
this garage over here?
No,
No, up on there was a little garage
Behind the old house.
behind the house.
Okay. Okay.
and then in '73, he had many strokes, and then he passed away in '84 at the age of 73. So, and Mom, we'll go to her, I'm very proud to say she was the first woman elected to the city council
Really?
in 1981. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Then, she was only there for a little while because she passed away in 82. So she passed away when she was 64,
Wow.
young. And I'm 65, so I'm over the 64.
Cross your fingers.
And then our sister Kathy, many people know Kathy.
Right.
And she waitressed and bartended also at the bar. So I waitressed at night on Saturday nights.
We all had to come, when it was intermission, we all had to go over there.
because people came over
And
to
then we
get
had to
bite to eat.
waitress and work until everybody decided to go home, go to bed.
I was busy over there.
It was, it was.
And then Mom continued cooking over there when Sisniaks bought it.
Yep.
And then Dad would babysit me because I was still pretty young.
You grew quite fast, though.
But every Saturday night, Mom would be working. Dad would bring me uptown to the south side, and we would sit there. And they always, who was it, Ted Schultz? Ted Schultz was the owner of the bar then.
Yep.
He would spoil me rotten because I was this little kid with Dad.
Well, that's a natural thing to do.
But you can say I actually did grow up in the south side.
I knew it was coming at
It's true. I grew up in a
There's
bar.
many nights I had to guide him home. More like who was babysitting who at that time.
Yeah. Well, did you have to pay the babysitter there, or he do
I
that?
do not believe. I always got treats. So
So then who's your dad's brothers? They were all
Julius,
Julius's brother?
yeah.
Okay, who's the family number? No, who's all was out of family?
Ed, Frank, Joe, Vince, Julius, and Betty,
And
and
then
Martha.
he had a sister, Martha.
Okay. I know Julius. That one's pretty
Yeah.
common.
And,
Yeah.
and Vince owned that property going out to the road going out to the cemetery. That property.
Okay. Oh, I know what that one is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He owned that and he farmed that, but it's been sold now. I don't know who owns it anymore.
I know where it is though, yeah. So then your mom, did she have some sisters
She's
in
from Springfield.
Springfield?
Mm.
Who's your
so
family?
anxious. Yeah.
Solynches.
Yep.
SOLYNTJES. And
Brothers and sisters?
she had one brother that died.
Mhm.
As a young
Teenager, I think.
teenager or something, yeah. And I don't know what he died from.
I thought it was heart.
I don't know.
Okay.
But then Dorothy was the oldest, and then Mom, and then Margie Bauman, and then Jermaine Bauman. Those two sisters married brothers.
Not
So-
the Baumans from around here.
Okay,
Baumans
that's-
Different.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
from
I was
Springfield.
going to ask that.
I could hear it.
Probably distantly related, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what else we have? Joan, you haven't said much.
Well,
Uh-oh, look where we started now.
with the siblings and the families.
Okay.
So we'll start with Dick. He was the oldest of all the children. He worked in the bank,
And Wanda.
the
Okay.
Wanda Bank.
Yeah.
And then in 1963, there was a bank robbery.
Oh,
At the
my
bank.
God.
And we remember Dick talking
Not
about
that one.
he and Jerry Earlbeck sat guard at the bank.
Because they had no locks on the door. And the vault was broken in.
The robbers did
The
that.
robbers did that. So they sat up all night with rifles in the bank.
And that was Jerry.
Jerry Ehrlich
And
Okay.
Dick. Yeah.
and Dick.
And Dick.
Yeah.
They said they had a great time.
I don't doubt that one. Yeah. I've got there's a
We
few
had to
stories
do-
being
we
told.
had to do a lot of stuff because we had to stay awake.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, I think those
Yeah.
two guys could stay awake easy.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Friends.
That bunch of people, Johnny Alternate, Jerry Earlbeck, Dick, Ralph and Bob Weber,
Yeah.
that kind of a group. They
Donnie
kind of-
Pelzo.
Tommy
they were-
Goris.
Yeah, and they kind of all went together, and as they were getting married and having girlfriends and stuff, they went to dances. And they'd come here on Saturday night and on Sunday night, and we'd go to the mall or someplace and dance again.
It wasn't enough. Let's hit another
Yeah.
one.
So then in 61, he left the bank here in Wanda.
Okay.
And then he went to the cities and worked at Unisys Corporation. And he lived in the basement. He rented the basement from John and Judy Riley
Oh.
When they lived in the cities.
when they lived in the cities. And I babysat during the summer for John and Judy and watched their 2 children.
Oh my God.
See, I'm telling you, just,
And Dave Nybecker was a classmate of Dick's from St. Anne's. They graduated together.
Okay.
They lived together.
Yeah,
down
there
in their
was-
basement.
Those 2 rented
The
his,
basement.
his full basement except the laundry room. So John fixed it up nice for him. So,
and
then
as Judy was talking about, John used to bring these teams home.
Yep.
Dick would come along and he would ump a lot of those games. Because
Oh,
he
yeah.
knew the same people from Unisys. It was a group from that.
Yeah,
district.
yeah.
Oh my
And they
God.
party afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
No.
God.
Not here.
and then play that accordion and sing
Sing.
songs.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, Dick always ended with "Good night, Irene." So
I've
that
heard of
was
that, but I
the
never
last.
met her.
So,
And then they'd bring their friends down, teams from the cities, and would they harass those women? They'd take them out, put them on the railroad tracks,
Snipe hunting.
yes,
and
Oh,
and Raleigh talked about
It all comes back to snipe hunting in Wanda. That's
Yeah.
just what I've learned.
I can
And
just see.
one time, Raleigh, didn't they take some of the women and put them in jail?
yes,
Yes.
and those women were
bawling. They were bawling and bawling and bawling. How they were ever going to get this back to the cities.
and they were worried about their babies at home.
Oh my.
Well,
But anyway, Dick was also very instrumental with Patsy or Karen in doing the newsletter
For the 333.
Ah.
We started that.
we know that.
Because
very
it
well.
was something we could do it when we lived in the cities. And we could still be involved down here. So we did the newsletter up in the cities.
Okay.
And
Ah.
it was just something that we could do to help a little bit.
Just
Right.
think about it. They're all up there watching us,
I know.
laughing with us.
Right?
At us.
At us, with us, whichever.
So Dick married Martha Remiger from Obasso.
Remember girl's name I know.
Okay,
Me too.
and they had one son. And they're both he's in the cities, and Dick and Martha lived in the cities, St. Paul.
Okay.
Dick passed away when he was 53.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they
I
all.
remember that.
Yeah. So,
Twiz a shocker, that's for sure.
Yeah.
so we want to skip Snap and leave him at the end
Sure.
Sure.
because I think we have more to talk about with Snap.
Yeah. That's
Snap
okay.
is a second boy, so we're gonna hit him later. First thing on here is Tom Schilling's wedding.
I was gonna bring that up as you did.
So the next one is Pat. She's the oldest girl, and you kind of got a little background on her. We just celebrated her and Lynn's 50th wedding anniversary last night in Lamberton.
Wow. Congratulations.
So she lived in Colorado for a couple of years. I don't know if a lot of people. She went to Mankato for her nurses training,
Nurses training.
and then went to Colorado for a couple of years, and then
Moved back.
to Wabasso.
Yeah.
And worked in the nursing home in Wabasso. Before you gave up your nursing and went into the dentistry,
Well, then I
dentist
was-
office.
Yeah, I was in the doctor's office first in
Oh yeah.
Lamberton.
Hmm.
And then I went into the
Yeah.
dental office.
And then you want to say Barb's? You're not even following along. Barb,
All right.
Barb,
Keep one up with that no more.
Yeah, we're done with you.
and then we have Barb. She graduated in '66. She also worked at the Wanda Bank right after high
Who
school.
would have guessed?
She married Clete Huffman from Wabasso.
Okay.
Clete worked at the Wabasso Bank. They had 3 kids, and in '76 they all moved to Scobie, Montana. And Barb just moved back in 2013.
Clete passed away.
Clete passed away in 1999. So then Barb moved back. She has the 2 kids in the cities. And Barb passed away in 22 and at the age of 74.
She had cancer.
Yeah. And then we have Joni.
I gave you mine.
Yeah, you gave it.
She spoke enough.
She's like, I did it.
Yeah,
There's nothing
here.
more about me.
Fine. I'm retired.
So then there's Kathy. Many of you know Kathy. She graduated in 73. She worked as a waitress and bartender at Polish Palace, the Sisniak's bar. She then owned the Wanda Food Market with
Yep.
Donna Schumacher mentioned that.
Yeah.
She worked at weekends at the Wanda Post Office. When Wayne Alterman was the head postmaster, she did the weekends.
Yep.
Kathy was very instrumental with John Riley and Jerry Ayton starting the 333 Club. She helped organize the 80 Wanda reunion. Then she worked at the kitchen in the Wabasso Nursing Home, later at Puzzlecraft in Wabasso. She married Verdi Johnson from Wabasso in 2006, and then she started baking for Sulphurs Food. And she passed away at the age of 67 in 21. So she was very good at cooking, known for her cooking,
Let me guess, there's
her canning.
one of your sisters aren't good at cooking.
Yeah. It was all carried down from mom.
Well, we were trained well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
You didn't
And if
sit
you-
back and watch her.
No, 'cause
No.
she would make you watch, or then you'd watch her, and then she'd say, "Okay, you're going to do it now." And the same way with helping with canning and
Cleaning.
cleaning
and
and
Yeah.
all that. God, do you remember when she was cooking for Sesnick's? She'd always come and make the noon luncheon, you know, and of course she'd leave us a note in the morning what we had to have done.
Yeah.
And
And
when
then
we got off the school
have the
bus.
beans picked and cleaned and the pickles and you know, so we would farm around all morning long. And it would get to be 10:30. Come on, we gotta get going.
One thing kind of cool about Kathy is I remember either I talked to her or I talked to somebody that did talk to Kathy. When your mother passed,
Yeah.
she was actually sleeping next
Next
to
to
her.
her.
And she said the only thing she was really, all your mom did was cough twice and it was very peaceful. I remember Kathy
Yeah.
was there at that moment. So that was kind of cool.
Well, did you say that her arm flopped over on her?
I didn't get
Yeah.
the only thing I
Yeah, her
remember.
arm
But yeah.
flopped over.
Oh.
She was sleeping with mom
Yeah.
because Daddy was in a hospital bed next to them because he needed the space by himself.
Yeah.
And then periodically, you know, they'd go out and have a few drinks after they got done working and stuff. And then she'd fool around and she'd flop it over there. And Kathy said, I told her, I'm not going to play your silly games tonight. I'm tired. Well, it was a flop, and it was the last flop.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool.
Well, how she passed away, which is a blessing to us. We were at a family wedding the night before in Sanborn. I thought the wedding.
That was mom's, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We were in a family wedding and she was dancing and she danced with Snap and just said, "Oh, my chest feels tight," and we didn't think that. But she kept on, wanted to dance. And that's when Snap and Karen were together. So we all, after the dance, of course, you can't go to bed. You know, it doesn't stop there at 1:00. We all went up to Karen and Snap's for breakfast. And we were all sitting around the table and she was out in the living room dancing by herself. Mom was.
I could dance all night
Yeah.
long.
Oh.
It was almost like she knew.
Yeah.
So then we were in eating and she was sitting next to me and I just put my head, it was 3:00 in the morning. I said, "Come on, Mom, let's go home," you know, and okay.
Remember, it was 3:00 in the morning.
Oh, I didn't realize. We were having a good time.
So she hadn't laid there for maybe 2-3 hours
Yeah.
because it was a
I
small house. I was in the recliner because there was no place to sleep because Karen's kids were
There.
sort of watching Dad while
They
we were at the
there,
dance.
and they fell asleep there. So there were 3 more kids, you know.
So then Kathy came and got me and said, "I can't wake up Mom." So then I went back and I didn't know what to do. I called Karen.
Yeah.
But didn't
We have good memories.
They're good
didn't
memories.
didn't Kathy say though too that her arm kind of flopped over on
Yeah,
her?
you already said that.
Oh.
All right. Here's the back of the line now.
I'm the
Okay. Where are we at now?
Where's Snap? Well, me.
No,
No,
Patsy.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you forgot one.
Well, if you notice, a lot of things happened in 61. That's when I was born. So my oldest brother, Dick, graduated from high school the year I was born. So,
So he was already done.
Yeah.
And out.
yeah, well, not quite out. He worked at the bank.
Yeah.
So, and he still lived at home. But I graduated in 79 and I went to Wilmer for 1 year to party.
It's kind of like school.
Yeah. Then I moved to the Twin.
Supposedly school.
I moved to the Twin Cities, and I worked in the Twin Cities for 18 years. I lived in Bloomington, St. Paul, St. Louis Park, and Hopkins. After our office closed in the cities, I had a lot of offers out of state, but I wanted to come home. I just was tired of it.
Yep,
After losing mom and dad and Dick and
yep.
so many people, I just wanted to come home. So I came back in 2014. And then, 1998, I came back. And then I worked for the bank in Wabasso before moving now to Redwood County Farmers Mutual. So in 2007, after taking after mom, I was elected to the city council because I wanted to get involved.
And you did.
And I regret that decision.
Yeah.
No, it's this next one.
And then in 2012, I was elected as mayor, so I've been mayor for 14 years.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you've been married.
Yeah.
Mayor since
I've been married to the mayor.
married,
I have been married to the.
married to the city of Wanda
You can't believe you
since
forgot the most
2012.
important part.
And then, of course, my nickname, I got that from the brands and the shoes and
Any idea where it came from?
Yeah, why?
Happy Days.
Happy day. Okay.
I was a-
Patsy, there you go.
Oh,
Yep.
Patsy
Patsy
Weber.
Weber.
Why? I have no idea.
Yeah.
How do you know? And I do have a whole list of nicknames. You guys talked about that.
That's what we wanted. To
Yes.
list.
I think
Beautiful.
check in the stuff I gave you.
Oh,
I think
okay.
there's a folder in there.
Okay.
Okay,
Nickname.
perfect.
And if you don't have it, I can get it to you.
Awesome, thank you.
Most important part you forgot.
But
I can't believe you didn't get scarred for life. I was your religion teacher.
yes, you were.
You were her religion.
And we went on a retreat.
That's a long story.
Where is that place? Sleepy
That
Eye.
got closed. It used to be Golden Gate.
Golden Gate. It was a snow sledding. We all had tubes. And it was,
Okay.
well, we also.
Don't say it.
Did you sneak some liquor along?
No, we never did that.
It was a religion. Religion.
That doesn't matter.
I was gonna say, and
And
It was fun.
We all turned out well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, enough of
Was
that.
that the one Sandy Riley was with you?
No.
Okay.
No, this
She
is
was a year younger than me. So
Okay.
this is a really low thing. Nothing happens. So.
it was Julie Brennan, Gina Schumacher, Lori Jennigas, Roger Riley, Joe Jennigas.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, nice.
That was our class.
Okay, where are we going now?
Snap.
Yeah, let's
are
do
we
that.
done with?
Snap graduated in 63. I was 2. Yeah.
Moving right along.
He moved to Michigan, worked in construction, and was an electrician. In 67, he was drafted in the U.S. Army and served in Korea.
okay.
In 71 was when he came back, honorable discharge, returned to Michigan, continued to work as electrician, moved back to Wanda. He worked for Ultimate Construction, John and Dave, before opening Snap's Repair. Snap was also known as Mr. Fix-It. The saying goes, if Snap can't fix it, then stick it. He worked as the,
He went, when he went to Detroit, Donnie Pelzel was there. That's how he got him working
Ah,
out there.
Oh,
so that's why
Because a
he's
lot
so
of the
much
Pelzel
friend.
boys went out there, and I don't know what they all did.
Yeah.
Was it?
But he lived with, I think he lived with Donnie or in the basement of the house or something. So he was always
I think
close.
Charlie
I
and
think I remember
Joe.
that.
Yeah,
So always close to the Pelzels. Always like brothers almost.
yeah.
He worked as a maintenance man for the city of Wanda. There's another. Later on did grading for Vale Township. That was at the end. He was a member of the Wanda Legion, commander 86 to 88, adjutant from 90 till his death in 2011. So in the Wanda Fire Department, involved with the start of Wanda 333 and the mowing bee. Also served on Wanda Council. He passed away at the age of 65.
From
Cancer.
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 Well, first he had a heart attack.
I remember one of the last things he was kind of funny because he had cancer and they were hitting him with what do you call it?
Chemo.
Chemo. They were zapping him with chemo. He'd get his He'd go out in the yard, he'd have his roundup, and he'd see dandelions. He'd go,
Here's old
There.
demo for you.
there it goes, how's it feel?
I mean,
that was his sense of humor, right at the last end.
Oh, what I remember most is, I was pretty young when Snap moved away,
Yeah.
and he'd come on weekends or come for a visit for a week of vacation. He'd always bring me a treat. He spoiled me rotten. A little banana seat bike, but then I always ended up paying on his jokes.
Of course.
I remember once, I don't know why I listened to him. He put we used to have a garage behind the old house. He put a ladder up and he said, Patsy, go up there and get that for me. And I didn't know what he wanted me to do. I got up there. He took the ladder away and drove off. And it was summer. And I could still to this day hear Mom, get that kid off that roof now. And just yelling at him. And then he would bring his sports car home.
Yeah.
And then it was so great. I
Yeah,
take little
yeah,
sister
yeah.
for a drive.
Oh.
And he would go up
The shit,
the
Turd Hill.
Turd Hill.
The third crusher?
They used to be with the car.
Oh, Jesus.
And then go out by Earlbeck's out there in the ditch, in the cornfields, and spin
Oh,
around.
yeah.
And smoke was I was just bawling and bawling. Thought it was so funny. And then he'd come and bring me a bike,
Well, that seems normal.
I'm going to torment you, but here's your
Yeah, if she could put up with all
Even
that.
for Christmas one year.
He tormented me my whole life.
we drew names amongst us brothers and sisters.
Oh, yeah?
He had her name.
And he had a styrofoam
About
egg.
this ball, about this big.
No, it was a cork for my mouth.
Yes.
It was in the
His
shape
present
of a
was
cork.
inside of it. And he had melted it all around it.
So she had to cut it and slice it.
Stab in there and
But when she got in the middle, it was a beautiful pearl ring.
Oh my goodness.
This explains a lot about you, Patsy.
Well, I've had to put up with a lot, Tom.
And
Oh
he
my
was,
goodness.
she was, we had Barb and cleats.
Yes.
Yeah. And she had a paring knife or something. She stabbed it in there. So, he was sitting there laughing. And
I can't see. I don't think Snap would laugh at that.
oh, yeah, he did. He did.
But
We
it was-
were close, though.
Yeah, you were. You miss him a lot.
I do.
Was that all you got?
You want to talk about your wedding?
Yeah, go for it.
All we remember is how he needed the new shoes for a groomsman.
He was a
And,
groomsman.
and he took black spray paint and painted his old ones so it looked new.
Are you serious?
After he duct taped them together.
That was as dressed up as I've ever seen him. He was when my wife started bartending, kind of took her under her wing. She didn't know how to play pool.
Oh.
So he would take a broomstick. He'd play with a broomstick. Yeah. But she taught her how to play pool and she got so good she'd run the board. And they got really close. And then when we got married, Susan said, I want Snap in my wedding. And I said, well, that's fine. She's on it. This person. I said, I'm okay with all that. But you have to leave a spot for me. I said, kind of allowed to be there.
Yeah.
But no, they were really close. Snap took his van.
The
drove us all
green van,
around.
that green van.
Yeah, the green van, and Snap was really nice. Susan's grandma came down, and he was so nice to her. And I think that made Snap's day. I think it was a good deal.
Yeah.
We were proud.
I think he was honored to be involved. So
Where are we at?
he's a proud guy. He
And
rides his hay rides, his
Oh,
annual
okay.
hay rides.
And birthday parties.
Yeah. Should I tell him?
That sounds like a
Go
story.
ahead.
That sounds like a good one.
Well, he used to make these ribs.
And
Remember?
that rotisserie,
The rotisserie.
you had a little
He
motor
used to
turn
make
it-
those ribs all the time.
He built the whole thing.
Oh.
And then it was a rotisserie basket or whatever.
That he had it in, and then he'd put the coals in there, and then it would go
Oh.
half the day long, real.
Well, while it was cooking, we were at the south side.
Well, that's not. Yeah,
No way.
So he did it always behind a shop. and come on, Pussy, hey, we got to move those ribs out of there and get them in the roaster. So I went with him, and we got them all in the roaster, and we were carrying them up to the counter, and we dropped them in the and he looked at me.
Yeah. Then you
Of
were back
course,
on
we
the roof
just
again.
started laughing. Because we were half changed, you know. Hold on. So he goes and gets the hose, and we rinse them all off, put them in back in the roast. We served all you guys now.
Yummy.
Well, the next day we hear Shorty Rumsbucker complain. She cracked a tooth on those ribs. And Snap came and told me, she said, Shorty Rumsbucker must have gotten a rock.
Yeah, it's important to cook them ribs till they're soft.
Oh, we'll never forget that. And then the sauerkraut dinners that the 333 used to have, he always helped us. And then the one morning when we had those, I don't know how many pounds of potatoes peeled for mashed potatoes, well, someone left them on the stove. And there's a pilot light on the stove. We came in Sunday morning ready to get things going. And there was foam on top of every kettle of potatoes.
They were done then.
They were fermented.
Oh,
no.
Just enough.
Just
for the
enough,
pi-
yeah.
for the pilot lights are
Oh.
on.
And Snap couldn't stand it. He just went like this. And I couldn't believe that he couldn't stand. I mean, it was bad. Raleigh couldn't stand it. Marky Bureau couldn't stand
If
it.
Marky Bureau couldn't stand what all he drank, you know it's bad.
I said, we got to do something. We got to get the smell out of here before people come, you know.
And we got to start peeling potatoes.
They were, so I went and grabbed a handkerchief. No, it was one of those white dish towels.
Yeah.
Tied it around my head. And I went and I just dumped them. I said, get them out of here. And all the guys said, okay. And they just were hauling them out. But no one would touch them. And to this day, when Murky was, he would just say, I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you did that. That stunk so bad.
Oh, man.
You never knew that, did you? That's
So
when
where did you get all the potatoes in?
we went over to Lyle's and did instant mashed potatoes.
Oh. Luckily, he had enough.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, what about Snap's birthdays? What did you do to special on birthdays?
Snap would drink a beer for an age.
There you go. So when did it end where we couldn't do it anymore?
I want to say 50.
Okay, I'm saying it's close to that. I heard a number close to that.
What's
Yeah, it was close. I don't think he made 50.
I don't
It
think
was a little shy of 50, but he finally said, I can't do it anymore. But you drink a beer for every
Yeah.
year.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that was pretty cool.
he liked his Budweiser
Yeah, that's almost the only thing he drank, too.
until he got diabetes, and then he had to switch to Ultra.
Mm.
But he was Bud through and through.
Yeah. Well, where are we at? Did you get them down there or we got more?
Snap
Oh.
was very creative.
Oh, God, yeah.
He went to a potluck and he decided he was making pies. So he made 3 pies, but he had nothing to carry them in. So he took 5-gallon pails and put the pie in, put spikes in,
drilled holes so the
Drilled
spikes.
holes.
and
Spikes in.
put the
another
next pie in, went up to the 3rd level and did the same thing. And he
Hey.
carried it with the 5-gallon pill handle.
That's innovative.
How do you get them out?
I mean,
Take the nail
You
back
just
out?
pull the spikes, take the first one out, pull the spikes, then pull the
Okay, cool.
that's pretty darn innovative. I'm just saying.
I ain't throwing my pails away anymore.
Me neither.
Wow, that's a big thing. With I always say, I did a Snap thing. You know,
Just nothing.
Yeah, it was a snap.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what.
Snap loved to sing and listen to music and
Oh yes,
sing-alongs.
I really wish we could sing that song. That would.
we
be-
will at the anniversary when the New Ulm Concord Singers.
They're gonna sing that.
They promised me they would do the
Oh,
schnitzel,
okay.
and I'll bring that down for
Well,
that.
for those that want to hear that song from Snap, make sure you don't miss that because that's 1 in a million right there.
The other thing is Snap loved his music. You know that his old time music, his older Johnny Cash's and
Yeah.
Don Williams and those and.
Oh,
A lot of the young people disliked when they was in the bar and Snap ruled the jukebox. I mean, he would just put quarters, so no one else could play it. And then when his quarters were done and the younger ones start putting their loud rock music, then time to go home. Then he would go home.
Well, he
But-
put enough quarters in there to make sure he had enough beer to drink, and then
That's right.
that was his time there.
So then, at the 125th coming up, August 14th, 15th, 16th.
Yes, ma'am.
On the 14th, we're going to have a snap sing along
Yes.
at the bar, the Little Town Tavern, and I hope all you guys can come and join in.
At 6 p.m.
7 o'clock.
Oh, 7. Change it?
Yeah.
All right, could be 5, 4, who knows?
No.
Just come on up.
Well, you'll have stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Everything will be out.
Yes.
But those of you that remember Snap, please come and join in. I've got a list of about 30, 40 songs, and I went through Snap's old tapes, so I know exactly which ones.
Good.
And I'm sure he will be there with us. So,
I don't think he ever left.
no, he did not.
So now, I'm
Did you know him?
I did not.
Oh.
So I've been around for 20 years, but we lived over by Clements.
Oh.
My husband knew Snap.
Yeah.
But I never got to meet him.
Yeah.
And hearing the stories and learning about him, and I bought the barbershop.
Oh, okay.
This
Snaps.
Snaps.
The coffee
The
shop.
coffee shop. So there's a couple signs in there, that are Snaps, and there's a painting that Josh Van Looy did in there. And so, I mean, that is all staying, that is not going anywhere. That's all, just having that.
She doesn't really know all these people, but she's such a snoop.
I am.
But you're getting to know.
I'm getting
getting
to
to know
know.
everybody.
I am. I'm getting
Well,
to know.
and not only that, doing all this, you get the relationships.
Yes. And that's so important because, I mean, obviously I've learned that everybody's related
Mhm.
or everybody like babysitters. I mean, every podcast
Somebody
is,
babysit who.
yes, and every podcast is connected.
Did you babysit the Bureau Boys too?
I used to babysit for Raleigh and Darlene when Raleigh would be copping.
See there's
Right.
another one.
We are-
You babysat for Raleigh?
Raleigh's children.
Oh, good.
God, you're older than I thought you were.
And then Larry and Marge, I babysat for them.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just
But we're in contact with John Riley Jr.
Right.
okay.
Joni is his godmother. And he came at the centennial.
And he wants to come this time around.
Yeah, so we're trying to get him to
good.
come back.
Really? Yeah.
Very good.
Where's he at?
He's still in Painesville.
Yeah.
Good.
That's fantastic.
Well, we got
Anything else?
Otherwise, this was super fun.
It was. This
And
was
Thank you
great.
so much for sharing.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
This
We
was
Thanks
really
for doing
appreciate
this.
it. Yes, absolutely.
And then we have some pictures later. You get.
Yes, I will get pictures and I will take pictures of that stuff and I will get them posted on our page. And
Okay.
we've
From-
got Facebook and YouTube now. So
Okay.
So
Awesome.
from Sam and I, we welcome the Webbers. Thank you so much. And that's it.
Don't
that's it.
forget to come and celebrate with us.
We will.
Yes. Bye.